Monsanto. This is the sign that I had today at the March Against Monsanto in Austin, Texas. This is just one of many signs, hundreds of different signs that we saw out there, really good signs too. It was well attended, at least 1,000 people, maybe more. And the March Against Monsanto was a huge global success. In nearly 300 cities around the world, people marched against GMOs, Monsanto, the intellectual property ownership of seeds by corporations, the oppression and intimidation of farmers who are being sued for having seeds blow into their fields, seeds that are claimed to be owned by Monsanto. But this rally was a huge success. It was a great celebration, people marching down the street right onto the capital of Texas in Austin, just flowing right into the Capitol, up onto the steps, and then a bunch of speakers were able to give their views, including a farmer and a singer and some other people, activists like myself.
That they cannot divide us! They can only unite us with their insanity. Because we are awake, we are alive, we are not dumbed down by the fluoride and the mercury and what's falling out of the sky and the poison in the food. We are not dumbed down, we are awake!
I want to show you some scenes from this March Against Monsanto in Austin, Texas. Take a look at this. This is some of the marching band. You've got all these amazing signs that people came up with, including this sign here by this young girl. It says no GMO. We've got happy people celebrating. We've got this bus, the food is free bus that was part of the march, that was honking its horn and bringing attention to it. And everywhere we went, as we marched on the capital of Austin, Texas, cars were honking their horns in support. They were even honking in time to say, "Hell no, GMO." They were honking in rhythm to the chants that we were all chanting as we were marching on Austin, Texas, the capital of Texas. So it was a huge success, and I want to thank all of those who helped organize the event, all those who came out to the event, everywhere around the world. What's really cool about this March Against Monsanto is that it was a very organic, almost spontaneous, grassroots, decentralized, non-hierarchical event. In other words, it wasn't planned from the top down. This was a bottom-up, people, liberty, peer-to-peer information from the ground up, a groundswell of support, grassroots, true grassroots, to go against Monsanto and what they stand for, which is the corporate ownership over the seeds that give us food. And of course the domination of farmers and the spreading of poison on the crops through their Roundup, glyphosate, herbicide. That's what Monsanto stands for, and we are against that. And I hope you're against that. And a lot of people are asking, what can I do?
And we refuse to be oppressed and suppressed and poisoned and kept down and shut up. We refuse. Because we are alive, we are awake, and we demand that we honor the sanctity and the sacredness of what Mother Nature.
What can I do? What can I do right now? Well, let me give you some ideas. Number one, you can support all the legislation to either label GMOs or outlaw GMOs. Labeling is coming up in many, many states across the United States. So as those bills come up, you can help support those representatives who support those bills. With your help, we can get those laws passed, and we can at least have GMOs labeled in the stores so that you can make a decision whether you want to buy them or avoid buying them. Secondly, stop buying GMOs. So even before the labeling kicks in, you can go to the GMO shopping guide at Jeffrey Smith's website, for example, responsibletechnology.org. It's the non-GMO shopping guide. You can download that and you can see what's got GMO, what doesn't have GMO. You can also look for the non-GMO project verified label on foods right now, and you can choose to buy those foods. There are also companies like Nature's Path, whose entire product line is non-GMO. Eden Foods, I think, is the same way. And avoid companies that use GMOs like Barbara's, who has all those cereals like Puffins, Barbara's, Kashi, these companies that are owned by Coke and Pepsi and Kraft Foods, they're all into GMOs, so you can avoid those entire brands. And by doing that, you can vote with your dollars and help stop GMOs from having commercial success in the marketplace. Now, another thing that you can do is, of course, help spread the word about GMOs. Just share this video, share photos, share stories about GMOs. Let other people know that you're aware of the issue and that you care about the issue. And the more you do that, the more power you have, the more influence you have across all your friends, across family members, co-workers, people out there who are looking for information. Remember, GMOs are the one thing that people buy accidentally. They don't know they're buying GMOs. If they were just informed, they would stop buying them. And you can help them be informed. So that's a really powerful example of activism that you can engage in starting right now. You don't have to march in the streets like we did today. That's great if you do, but you don't have to do that. You can have some armchair activism. You can have some grocery store activism. You can just help inform and empower other people. Buy a copy of the film Genetic Roulette and show it, have a film viewing in your house. Invite people over to take a look. There are so many things that you can do. It's limitless. And the point is, we are winning this war against Monsanto. So it's just a matter of time. Monsanto's losing because the truth is winning. The truth is coming out. And one more final point I want to remind you of before I wrap this up, and that is that we who have a voice right now, we have a responsibility to speak for those who have no voice because they're dead. They already passed away from cancer tumors caused by GMOs. They ate GMOs and they died. They're not here to speak for what killed them. We have to speak for them. There are also children who don't exist because they were never conceived because their parents ate GMOs and they became infertile. Those are the two things that we know GMOs cause, is infertility and cancer. So for these children who aren't here, they're missing, they have no voice, we must speak for them. We have a responsibility as human beings, as travelers in this spiritual journey that we call life. We have a responsibility to speak for those who cannot speak or who are afraid to speak. We are the ones who have to take that lead and tell the truth and keep telling it over and over and over again until the truth achieves victory over deception and evil and poison, which is what Monsanto stands for. So thank you for all of your support, and I encourage you to continue to support us here at Natural News, everything that we do, fighting against GMOs, fighting for honest food labeling. Help us and you help yourself, your children, and future generations, because it's all about protecting the seeds of life on our planet. Thank you. This is Mike Adams, the Health Ranger. Take care.
Together, we can change the marketplace.
Yeah.
Okay?